Welcome back to Camiral, where a long-term sustainability plan, the Green Route, is shaping the Spanish resort's future business and direction. Now, as host venue of the 2031 Ryder Cup, there's an opportunity to showcase to the world how golf and the environment can coexist successfully. Later, I'll be speaking with golf director Flavio about sustainable golf tourism, but first I met up with ecologist Jesús Ortiz to learn about how rare species are thriving on site. I started by asking Jesús what his perceptions of golf courses had been before carrying out a detailed study of the environment at Camiral.
My first impression of golf courses was that, well, they are using a lot of water. As an ecologist, this is not very good for conservation because the habitat is very poor. But then we realized, well, this is not the image I had from golf courses, because here there are many habitats. They are using reused water, so no drinking water. They are not taking water from the rivers. They are taking water from wastewaters. And here you have many habitats. Here you have a piece of forest. Here you have the lakes. They can have fish. And then there's a perfect habitat for amphibians, frogs, salamanders, and also many insects. They know the birds. I say, whoa, this incredible project. We can grow here, we can become friends. You know, biodiversity and a business together with the same objective.
Jesús explained Camiral is particularly rich in bird life, with more than 120 species identified, including migrating birds such as the swallow, with a colony of more than 2,000 resting on the golf courses on their seasonal journeys between Northern Europe and Africa.
We have identified more than 120 bird species. Most of them are protected. So this is a perfect place because of the habitat itself. They find shelter, they find food, they have not hunters. We have about 300 nest boxes. This is perfect for birds to reproduce. We have found very rare species here because they are passing from North Europe to Africa, for instance, and they are resting here. They have a calm place to recover from the hard trip.
While it was known otters were living on the golf courses, it came as a surprise to find one of the world's most critically endangered species here, the eel.
One of the big surprises we had here when we started to work with the golf is to find here the eel. Here the eel is thriving because they have a lot of water, they have food, so they have the perfect habitat. And this is just a reminder, this is a critically endangered species. Populations worldwide are decreasing. So this is very important for them. This is a sanctuary for them. The thing here is how they came here, because this is a species that have to reproduce in the sea, and they come here inland just to feed. This was a challenge to discover how they get here. So we started to investigate, and we discovered a small creek connected to another bigger river, and that's why they came here.
To wrap up, I asked Jesús a question I'm asking everyone in this series: why nature matters and how it is connected to golf business success.
Everywhere in the world, biodiversity is decreasing, and here in Catalonia, for instance, during the last 2 decades, we have lost about 25% of biodiversity. This golf course, for instance, is very important because with very few actions, we can improve, we can provide shelter to those species.
The question I ask everyone is, why is nature important? Why should we care about nature?
Because nature is everything for us. The services that nature are giving us for free. Nature is giving us not only water, not only food, but also they are giving us health. Nature is health. We need nature, and we need more nature. We come from nature, and every single species, they're doing something important for the functioning of the ecosystem. I think it's quite clear. We have to preserve nature. This is essential. We need nature for everything.
Next, I joined Director of Golf Flavio on the stadium course to talk about business sustainability, changing customer demands, and the opportunity hosting a Ryder Cup presents. As Flavio explained, the Green Route Sustainability Plan is central to the future success of the business, and switching to drought-resistant turf to reduce water consumption by 30% has been an essential change.
One of the best things that we have done regarding playability with the change of the grass is that now we don't need to put that much water to keep the golf course alive. With that change, we can reduce irrigation by 33% actually. The fairways are more firmer, so the players, what they feel is that the drivers now go longer because they don't get stopped by the water. So that has been a massive change, not only for the feeling that the player has playing golf, they feel that they hit the ball longer, it's as well for the piece of play. It's helping us as well to make the rounds in a faster way.
Given climate change and more questions being asked about sustainability and tourism, I wondered whether Camiral was also seeing a shift in customer expectations and demands.
They are, and we are noticing that during the last months, especially with the big groups that are coming from companies, that actually the company is asking for different kinds of certificates that they can guarantee that we are trying to be sustainable. And that never happened before.
Golf had a significant boom after the pandemic. You're close to Barcelona. You've probably had people move out here to become residents. Are they looking to come to somewhere natural, to somewhere peaceful?
They are moving here just because how relaxing is this place. And it's not only Barcelona, that we have lots as well that they are moving now. It's from the whole Europe. They are trying to take out of the city and just try to relax by themselves, getting a better quality of life with the things that they need here. It's the golf, it's the nature, but it's the wellness as well.
Finally, I asked Flavio about the Ryder Cup and the opportunity to demonstrate to the world how golf and sustainability can work together, and why it's critical to communicate and engage local communities.
The Ryder Cup for us is going to be the perfect opportunity to showcase how we are making more sustainable golf, not only for ourselves, just for the golf itself. Ideally, after the Ryder Cup and probably before, all the people that will be visiting us, they will notice that the playability will be great, the golf course will be stunning, and actually we will be much more sustainable than what we were 10 years ago.
How important is it to communicate as well? And how do you think people in Girona, in the nearby villages, in Barcelona, are going to think about golf having seen Ryder Cup here?
That's the biggest challenge that we have. It's all about the communication. I would say that there is a few ways of aim this communication. One of them is for the golfers. When they are on site or they are going to visit us, we can explain the whole thing. But then there is another big challenge that is how we can communicate that this is sustainable. If the rest of the people who doesn't know about golf, they can see such a nice place, well maintained, and with less resources.
It's been a fascinating day here at Camiral. It's 9 p.m. in the evening. Things are still going on. The greenkeepers are still hard at work. I've been in the trees listening to nightingales singing, which has been beautiful, and also watching swifts swoop down over one of the ponds to feast on the insects. Camiral, as a Ryder Cup host venue, has a tremendous opportunity to showcase to the world just how golf and sustainability can work and play hand in hand. The work that's been going on here to reduce water consumption by 30% by changing the type of grass, and also the investment in the water recycling so that all of the water used here for irrigation is recycled water, is a really important example of putting investment and planning into place to ensure the future sustainability of the business, and also to satisfy the needs of discerning customers. The biodiversity projects here, really world class, and it's great talking to Alfredo, seeing his passion, delivering not only world-class playing surfaces for golfers, but seeing nature thrive all around him. And it shows that the importance of a guiding plan, in this case the green route, is so important to the business to have that vision and to have it all planned in, costed and invested as if it's part of the business plan. It just goes to show that for golf, the green route is the right way to go.